YouTube is the bull run over for Neo. Now, thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up as we continue to grow the channel. I greatly would appreciate it. Now, Neo, today, you guys, as you can see, we got as low as $5.10. And in one of the previous videos, I stated during this run that if we were going to come back, we probably would come back to retest $5 at some point, and I said there were going to be some buyers to step in at that point. Now, the buying is happening right now a little bit earlier than I would have anticipated. I would have thought maybe around $5.05. There would have been a little bit more time that would have to have gone by with a lower price, but these investors are serious and they're stepping in right now. So going from $5.10 to $5.32, it shows you that we're all the way pretty much halfway uh, to recovering what we've lost on the day. Now, someone asked me about their valuation in one of the previous videos. So yeah, we can talk about valuation. So before I talk about that, here's what I would like to say. So we know that Neo is not in the best situation as of right now. But as far as debt goes, if Neo wanted to pay off their debt right now, they have the free cash flow to do that. And so I'm not necessarily concerned with that. We look at PE ratio, yes, it's negative 3.51. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this particular company has the biggest potential upside out of all the EV companies. And that's not the only reason why I like this particular stock. I've actually been in this stock for a long time. But, at the end of the day, it's all about what you guys want to invest in with your money. And so for me, I see myself getting a 5 to 10x return out of this particular stock, and I'll kind of leave it there. But another thing I wanted to touch on with you guys is when we think about some of the top institutional companies that are heavily invested in Neo, like BlackRock, you got Bank of America, you got Goldman Sachs, you got UBS, and I mean the list goes on and on. And the question I have for you guys is, do you think that these major financial institutions are going to get into a company like Neo thinking they're going to lose money? Do you really think long term they're going to lose money? I don't think so. And so for me, not that my thought process is necessarily geared towards that, but that lets you know the belief in this particular company, even as it pertains to Morgan Stanley, right? That has a substantial amount of Neo shares. Okay. So just putting some things in perspective. And I know I mentioned that a long time ago, but just really think about that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some other things concerning Neo. And so there was some information that came out today. It says don't make a move just yet, says top investor about Neo stock. Okay. So we gotta have a little controversy. We gotta ruffle a little feathers here. And you guys know where I stand. I'm a long-term bull. I'm not in this thing short term, long term. That's where it kind of goes for me. Now, this particular information says this. Okay. So it says, so could this be the beginning of a bullish period for Neo? Question mark. It says, while things are indeed looking up, top investor Jonathan Weber believes it's not yet time to hit the buy button. Quote, Neo is still losing money and we don't know when the company will hit profitability, writes Weber, who is ranked in the top 2% of tip ranked stock pros. On the upside, Weber recognizes Neo's strong momentum, particularly in capturing market share. Quote, consumers seem to like Neo's current product line, end quote. He notes, highlighting that Neo's deliveries more than double over the past year, a feature that is unmatched by global EV sales. Now, Beyond rising sales, Weber is particularly impressed by the improving vehicle margins, calling it great news for the EV maker. This trend, combined with growing sales volumes, could lead to further progress in the months ahead as economies of scale come into play. Now, quote, I would thus not be surprised to see NEO generate further vehicle margin improvement during the current quarter and Q4, Weaver went to add. However, the lack of profits is hard for Weaver to overlook, especially when there are other EV makers that are in the black. Quote, while NEO could be worthy of a closer look for enterprising investor who likes its premium lineup, I believe that BYD is a better choice here, Weaver summed up. Now, hey, listen, to Mr. Weaver, that that's fine and dandy. It sounds like you've done your due diligence, but at the end of the day, you have to um, do your research like he's done and make your decisions from there. So, yes, I know about BYD. There are a lot of investors that are heavily invested in BYD, and I can understand that. I understand that the moves they've been able to make, the profits that they've been able to make, but ultimately, at the end of the day, for me, it doesn't matter to me what particular stocks you guys get into. Just as long as you do your research, you understand what's going on, you know where the stock is going potentially in the future. And so from that particular perspective, that's fine. I'm not into starting a war over who likes what EV company, but for me, I like Neo, I like Tesla. Those are the two main EV companies that I talk about here, along with Rivian. Okay, now what I want to know from you guys as it pertains to Neo is for the rest of the week, right? Today is September 12th. Tomorrow is Friday, September 13th. Friday the 13th. So, how do you guys think tomorrow's going to shape up? Do you think we come back to where we kind of started today, around the 560 mark? If we can capture 560 tomorrow, do you think that this market is bullish enough to surpass this $5.66 tomorrow? I want to know what you guys think. As far as this next quarter, right? How do you see things shaping up for Neo for the end of the year? What's your price target? I want to know everything you guys think. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up, and we're out, guys. Peace.